Hi, my name is Katelyn. I am a student and I'm studying a Bachelor of Science in Secondary Teaching, and I'm originally from Katelyn. I enjoy reading and I quite like anything with a bit of romance and mystery. I really enjoy reading the Bible to find encouragement, but also to look for different meanings to what passages say and what that can really apply to my life, and I just enjoy discovering cultural backgrounds, all those sorts of things that go into what a passage of scripture is talking about. My engagement with the Bible has been quite different over the years. I've had times where I've been frequent in my reading of the Bible, but it perhaps hasn't been as in-depth or valuable to how I apply it to my life, and then other times where it hasn't been quite so frequent, but then I've really enjoyed what I've been reading and I've got a lot out of it. So I'm sort of on a journey of figuring out how I read the Bible and how I engage with it best, and the Sacred Pathways has really helped me to understand that a little bit better, and found that I'm an intellectual person, which didn't surprise me a lot but still did make the whole journey of reading the Bible a lot clearer, and so I was able to understand how things had worked well for me in the past and why they hadn't, and so I'm on that journey of figuring out how then I can use what I've learnt about myself to engage with the Bible better. When I left my church in Katelyn, I was given a book called What the Bible is All About, and I used that once as I was reading through Esther, and I really enjoyed it. It gave me a bit more historical background to what was going on, and it just provided a little bit more depth that I was looking for, and that was really effective for me, and I was able to see, having done Sacred Pathways, how that was something that engaged with who I am and who God created me to be and how I interact with Him and His Word. In late January, I was heading off to Mexico with some people from my church in Katelyn, and I'm quite a home person, so that was a very overwhelming prospect to me, and I was quite worried about what might happen and what I was going to experience. So my concerns with going to Mexico included the language. I don't speak Spanish at all, as well as not knowing what we were going to be doing. I like to know what's going to be going on and what I can do and how to prepare for that, and not knowing made me quite anxious. And then Mexico's quite a long way away for me, for someone who enjoys being at home, so that was another concern as well. And so I felt that I just really needed some peace, and so I was looking for a verse, and I came across Philippians chapter 4 verse 6, which talks about not being anxious about anything, but through prayer and petition with thanksgiving present your requests to God. And that verse jumped out at me in a way that it hadn't before, and then I realised that part of those instructions about how we're to present our requests to God includes thanksgiving. And so it completely changed the way that I was praying regarding the situation, and instead of talking to God about all my worries and my concerns, I was more focused on God and His faithfulness in my life, and that changed my perspective, and I was able to hold on to that hope of knowing that God is always with me and He wasn't going to leave me, and so that changed the whole experience, and I really enjoyed it, and I was nowhere near as worried as I thought I was going to be. Yeah, I'm just working out how I engage best and how I can make that happen more often.